public relations because to me, if I don't get to connect with people through my communication skills, I want to connect with them through my actions.
I would tell her that her dream of starting to become an entrepreneur finally came true.
Hello, future business leaders of America.
Today you're here with Estrella
And Raul Javel,
and welcome to your first episode of
Future Leaders Podcast.
So, Raul, how do you feel about us finally starting this podcast?
Well, this is so surreal, but I am very proud of the work we're putting in, and I'm very proud to work with you. My question is, how do you feel about this?
Oh, honey, I never thought I would be doing a podcast,
Me too.
let alone with my bestie Westie.
Now, being president and vice president, we are so proud to bring this to you.
It is something we literally planned and talked about doing last week, and it's into production.
It's
A few days later, which is unusual for us. We take months to do things.
It's surreal. Now, Estrella, I know you, but to the people that are watching, who is Estrella?
Who is Estrella? Oh, this is a tough question. Okay, who is Estrella?
Who is Estrella?
When I think of Estrella, I think of a writer, a friend, a daughter, and someone who's very passionate about everything they do in their life and who's very attentive to detail. Who is Raul to you?
To me, Raul is a very funny person, super funny. I'm very passionate behind everything I do, and I'm very humble. I really like to help people. I like to bring smiles to people. I like to be goofy around people because I don't like to see people sad, right? Now, another side of me is that I don't like to tell people my business. I just like to be goofy and that's it. I'm very private.
Very private.
Very
private,
private.
for sure.
Yes.
When you found out you were gonna be chapter president, what was your initial thought?
Okay, so as you may know, and I want to tell you, I started as vice president, right? And the chapter president, she was doing a lot of things in which I'm so proud of her. She's a former chapter president, Emily. And she just talked to me. She was like, you know, this is a lot. FBLA is a lot of work. It's amazing, but it's a lot of work. And of course, as chapter vice president, I had to step up. And she was like, I'm going to talk to Dr. Allen to see if I can just lower my position. So now she's the recruitment president. Um, and it was this day that I came to Dr. Allen. She was like, hey, chapter president. And I was shocked. And that same day she came and I was like, I want to tell you something. She was like, what? She turned so red. I was like, you're the new vice president. She was like, what? What?
I was like, there's no way.
She was like, there's no way. And I was like, yep. And then literally like a week after that, we started working.
We got on that.
Yeah, we got on track. But I just, to me, I never thought on doing this. My first position was public relations president because I feel like I am good at communication. And not only that, I wanted the public relations because to me, if I don't get to connect with people through my communication skills, I want to connect with them through my actions. So it was a huge opportunity for me to be chapter vice president. And now I thank God to be chapter president. Hopefully, I'm doing good. Now, how does it feel to be chapter vice president? How does it feel to take my first steps?
Oh my! When you first told me I was gonna be vice president, I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "There's no way," because I didn't know Emily was gonna step down, so I was like, "There's no way that you're gonna step down from your position." So I'm like, "What's going on? Speak up, right?" Then I think it was like 2 days or like a week after you told me about it that I went to Dr. Anna's room, and she was like, "Hero will tell you." I was like, "Tell me what?" And she was like, "That you're gonna be vice president." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was in Roja. I was Roja. My face was red. I was like, "What's going on?" It's definitely. I'm proud because I started off as a co-officer, as co-historian, which
It's a very low position.
It's a very low position, and you don't really do much. And I'm glad to say that I'm your vice president.
Presidents.
Presidents. Oh my God.
Yes.
Two
Now,
besties.
yes, we dreamed of this, right? Now, I really wanted to ask you this question.
What?
Of course, in FPLA, we do a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of community. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of critical thinking,
Mhm.
honestly. Um, if you were to tell your younger self that you are the second phase of an organization, the biggest organization in the United States, student organization, what would you tell her that she's going to be vice? Like, what would you tell her?
I would tell her that her dream of starting to become an entrepreneur finally came true.
Why do you say that?
Because for the longest time, my very first initial dream was to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why this dream was because I wanted to do more with myself and inform them that I can retire my parents early, you know?
Oh.
And especially in this economy, it's like we have to find ways out of this struggle, and everyone needs money, literally.
Everyone does.
What would you tell your younger self?
Well, actually, I was always the quiet kid. I was always the one listening. I was always the one sitting down and looking at other people accomplish the dream, right? And I knew I liked to be leaders. Like I met her back in seventh grade, right? And since the first time when we had projects, I was the one telling her, "Okay, I'm gonna do this. You do this. You do this. Boom, we got it done." I was like, "Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Do this. Boom, we got it done." So, without me knowing, I was already being a leader. Um, and I learned so much from her. And I say this because, as I'm telling you, like I was the one telling her how to do things, and she told me how to do things, right? And when I came to high school and all of this, being a PLA president is like, wow, like finally my dream came true of being the face of something. I don't want to sound petty, but I love being the center of something. I love being the center of the table. I love being the face of something. Um, I would tell my younger self that we are finally being someone because back where I'm from, there's a lot of lack of education, and my peers from my country, they would not believe this.
Okay. And when you mean a lack of education, in what format do you mean?
Lack of education that there's no CTAE classes, there's no CTSOs, there is class officers, but it's just the position. Like you don't do anything. Like, okay, I'm the class president. Like, well, I'm not the class. I'm the class secretary. But for example, me, I'm the class secretary here. We're gonna do field day. We do homecoming. We do hallway decorating and all of that. Um, back there is just like, okay, I'm the class secretary. Like, that's it. That's basically it. Um, and there's is like a band, but it's small. There's a lack of education. I'm telling you, like it's just science, math, ELA. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
My question to you is if you were to tell your mom, let's say your mom doesn't know you're vice president, right?
Mhm.
In what way would you tell her? And how would you tell her?
How?
Yeah.
Ooh, because the way that originally my mom found out was because you told her in
I
the car ride.
remember. We're
Yeah,
going to Chipotle.
we're going to Chipotle, and
Yes.
um, if I had to tell her, like me personally, I'll bring it out while we're cooking or doing something, just me and her. And I'll be like, "Hey ma, te digo algo. Hey mama, like, can I tell you something?" And her initial thought would be like, "What did this girl do now?" And I'll basically tell her that I finally got the position that I wanted, right? Initially. And she would have been, ¿Qué es eso? What's that? ¿Qué es eso? And I would tell her that I'm vice president. She'd be like, "What's that?" And I basically have to explain to her like what my role is, what I have to do. And then the last thing she would say was like,
Qué bueno.
qué, qué bueno, qué bueno, me da gracia, trabaja duro, and then she'll go back to cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't express emotions that much.
I understand.
It's okay.
I really understand. Qué bueno.
How did you tell your mom that you were president?
Okay. Well, to my mom, it wasn't a surprise. My mom be learning a lot of things from me. Um, I know how to cook more than my mom. Like she'd be like, "How do you do this?" So about this class officer, FBLA officer, um, I told her I was like, "Mom, like I really want to do this. I want to be the face of this organization because this is me. Like this is what I want to do." Because this is gonna sound kind of petty, right? But I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram and TikTok for you page, there'd be like a lot of posts of those pageants, the Miss Universe and all of them, and they help the community. Well, not the community, like a lot of countries, right? Like they bring toys to kids, they do this, they go out and be the face of the organization. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I want to do it in the same way but like differently. Of course, I'm not gonna be Miss Universe. Like, hello. But I was like, okay, they're helping the community. FBLA is setting yourself as an example to follow, and I'm like, I want people to come up to me and be like, I did this because of you. I believe in me because of you. And it's not only because of the Miss Universe, but like, oh, like if they can do it, I want to start doing it too, right? So I told her, I was like, Mom, I like, I really want to do it. She was like, then achieve it, like fight for it, right?
Hazlo.
Yeah. And uh, Emily said that she was gonna be president. I was like, of course, like that's amazing. And she was like, you'll be vice president. So I started being vice president. And when she dropped down, I told my mom. I was crying. I was like, finally, like I'm doing something. Like I'm the face of something. And she was like, now that you have the position, don't just have the position. She was like, you have to prove other people wrong, especially with how everything is going on in the country. Um, of course, you're not going to be known nationally, but prove to your community why you're the president. Prove to them why were you vice president. So hopefully, I'm doing that. It, I want to cry. It's just I was crying when I told it because I can't believe it. This is an amazing experience, and I'm just a 10th grader. Of course, next year I'm going to be president, so don't ever think about it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What? I just got flashbacks of us at the farm motivational. Okay. What do you feel about competitions?
Competitions.
Yeah.
To be honest, like our very first competition, like first official competition, I was nervous. Like you saw me on that bus. I was reciting those verses like my life depended on it.
Motivational rally.
Oh Lord. To be honest now, if I were to go back, I'll just tell myself that, hey, it's okay. Like as long as you love what you're doing and you have a passion for it and that you're not stressing yourself out while doing these competitions, that's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, yes, you're being a leader and you're stepping out, but you have to remember that other people are on doing it. So if you can even go and even show up, that's an achievement in itself.
Yeah. I like that. You should make that into a t-shirt. Make
it into a t-shirt.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Next time you see us, you have us t-shirts.
Yeah. You stepped up. I like that.
That was a good laugh. Okay, so what is your top goal that you want to achieve before summer comes?
My top goal before summer. Okay, I have two. So, um, as you know, I applied for a region officer, right?
Mhm.
And to me, that's a big position. It's not just one county, it's not just one school, it's not three schools. It's like more than 20 schools and
Mhm.
it's three counties. Um, I want to be region officer, right? I don't know if they sent the email. I don't know if they already picked the winner, in which if they did, hopefully you do amazing. But if they haven't and if they pick me, I would, as my mom said, I would want to prove myself of why I deserve it, right? I have a lot of ideas in mind, which I'm not going to say right now. Um, but the other one is when summer comes and I look back into FBLA, into the chapter president, not me, the chapter president, because one thing is that to me, being the chapter president, that is me, but that's another me.
Mhm.
Like when you see me wearing that suit and you talk to me, I don't know if you've seen, but that's not me. Like that's another me. So when I look back into it, I want to be proud of that role. I want to be amazed of that role because the things that I've done in just a couple of months, I'll be shocked. I'm like, oh my god, like wow, like I'm
Yeah.
top four statewide. Like hello, like huh?
That's mind blowing in itself.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I have another question. Oh, you have one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, when we went to fall conference, you were doing the broadcast into journalism, right?
Mhm.
But this girl was nervous. I was like, Estrella, you good? She was like, for the pages, she was like going through the pages. Estrella, you good? Like, you got the video? Like, just practice, just believe in yourself. She was like, she had her she had her iPad. She was like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's like after now, you knowing that you are she's a top eight statewide broadcasting journalism. Um, what would you tell that Estrella like 10 minutes? I don't know if you've seen those videos saying like, um, she, for example, me like, let's say if I make a video saying he didn't knew that in a couple of hours he will be president, and it's like videos. Okay, so that same thing into a question. What would you tell that Estrella literally 10 minutes before you going into that room? Because I don't know if you know, and if you're not in FBLA, the fall rally and the state competition are basically the same thing. It's just that the name changes. Like it's all the students in the state of Georgia coming together and compete, and it's a lot of competition like impromptu speaking, broadcasting journalism, intro to FBLA, intro to speaking, a lot of that.
So many.
So many. So, what would you tell that Australian knowing that you were gonna go and compete with a lot of Georgia FBLA students?
If I could go back and tell her, like, right before she stepped into that room, I would have told her that it was going to be okay. That there was no need to stress out about if she said a word perfectly or if she even remembered the lines. And that all that matters was that I remember that why I was doing it and that I was doing it not just to prove anything to anyone, but more to myself. And that even if I didn't make it, that it was okay. Because, like I said before, not everyone steps out of the comfort zone and does the things that a lot of people in FBLA do.
Mm, sweet, sweet. Now you had a question.
Okay, my question was also about when we went to competition
hmm
because you did impromptu speaking
Like I didn't
and
know what I was gonna say.
you were like, ask me questions. Like I was like, I don't know what questions to ask you. But if I could go back and ask you one specific question, it would be that if you had to go back to
This is interesting.
2015 when you
Ooh,
were 5 years old,
ooh.
the very first thing you would tell that little you about your future, what would it be?
What would it be? Take that step.
Take that step.
Take the step because um I've been bullied basically since when I remember, right? And And most of the time, before I do something, like before I became vice president, I was like, do I really want to do this? Because what if they bully me? Or what if they say something about me? Or what if I'm doing a lot, you know? So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I don't care what people have to say about me. My favorite saying is, you don't have to believe, no, you don't have to worry about what people have to say about you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't describe you even half of the person you are. So it's like, just take the step. Like, it's okay if you do
Risk
bad.
until you make it.
Yeah, risk it. Just be you. Be you and take the step.
I love that.
I should make that into a t-shirt.
Yeah, we got 2 T-shirts coming to you hopefully
Yeah,
soon.
hopefully soon. You should buy them. Yes. Okay. Now, what do you feel about all this? Because when I mean all this is like hospital, luncheon, FBLA week, competition, um, being vice president. I know you work, homework, um, your book, like it's a lot. Like, what do you think about it? Just in general, what do you think about it?
Just in general,
What do
like
you think about it?
everything I do
What do you
on a
think
daily
about it?
basis.
What do you think about it?
Um, do I stress myself out sometimes? Yes.
Always, not sometimes. Always.
Always. Okay. Always. I stress myself
Always.
out all the time. But at the same time, I don't know if you know that TikTok of like a girl's like, but I don't remember the name. Oh my god, I forgot it. But it's basically of I'm doing a girl's kind of saying like I'm doing this, so like in 50 years I don't sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what TikTok I'm talking about? I'm gonna put it up here so y'all know which one I'm talking about, so I don't sound crazy.
But I never made it to law school. And I never got to see Paris in the spring, and I never got to stay over it.
But that's why. So when I look back, when I'm 50 years old with my grandkids and my husband, I want to look back into my teenage years and my high school years in general and be like, I did something with myself. I didn't just sit there and do nothing. So, based off what I said, Estem, when you're 52, when you look back, what do you want to know you did? Like, I did that and nobody else can fill in that footprint.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna sound a little petty, but okay. So when I'm 52 and I look back, okay, of course, this is going to, as I said, I'm just a sophomore, right? Maybe next year I place for state, and I'm not just only top four, I'm first place, right? Let's just say. I don't know what's next. Hopefully it's better. But when I look back into it, when I look back into my sophomore year, I want to think of resilience. I don't know how to say it.
Resilience.
Yeah, resilience. I want to think of stepping up, because as I'm saying, like when I was a little kid, I always used to think of like, oh my God, what are they gonna say or something like that. And I'm like, now it's like I don't care what you have to say about me. And about what he said about the nobody can fill in.
Yeah, that nope. To leave a mark nobody can fill in.
And that's my whole point. I want to leave a mark here at Charles Archer High School, and not only that, as I said, I want to be a regional officer because I want to be unique, right? I think I am the first chapter president here at Charles Archer High School to ever start a podcast. Well, we are, right? Because we're
Yeah,
doing it.
we
So
are.
it's like, of course, other people are gonna do it. Of course, that's my whole point of being an example to follow. Like I'm being a role model for other people. That's why they're doing it. Let's say it so, right? But it's like, don't forget who did it first.
Yeah.
The luncheon, I know a lot of students have done the same thing or with other guests, other type of food, other outfit, but it's like
Nobody did it with cleaning people.
nobody did it with Clayton County Public Schools leaders,
Administrators, board members.
board members, and
Board members.
it's like it's not that nobody have done it, because I don't really know if they have done it, but it's like
For all of them to actually show up
and engage.
and engage and ask questions. Like I know when I saw, because who was it? There was someone that said that they were gonna be able to make it because of a meeting, and then like during the end of it, like they showed up.
They showed up.
They showed up, and they told us how proud they were. It,
Yes.
it, it felt my heart. I was like, I was stressing for no reason.
But about that, today is February. The luncheon happened like 2 weeks ago.
It happened February 12th, so yeah.
It happened February 12th from 10 in the morning to 12 p.m.
Well, it lasted till almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was 1 p.m. and we still had them there engaging. And I was really scared on that. I was like, oh my god, like they're old, like I'm just a 15-year-old having a presentation for them. They're not gonna engage.
Yeah.
They're just gonna say, oh, I have to go. Maybe they're gonna lie. No, they're just gonna lie that they have a meeting or something. But no. Dr. Pitts and Dr. I forgot his name. Horton, they had a meeting and they still showed up and they tried to stay longer because they said we did an amazing job. We looked amazing. So it's like, I don't think nobody's gonna do it like that.
No.
I'm just
I think that's something that we left and nobody can fill in.
yeah. And even Dr. Ann, she's still talking about it. She's still looking at the pictures. Literally today, I don't know if it was today, yesterday, Dr. Allen's our chapter
Advisor.
head advisor here at Charles Archer High School. She was like, I had a CTAE meeting, I don't know with who, and she was like, they still talking about that luncheon. Like they said how proud they were of me. Because at the end of the day, that luncheon would have happened without her. She bought most of like everything.
Yeah, she bought everything.
Yeah. And it's not about money, it's about the love you put into something, right? I was going to sleep like at 12 p.m. No, 12 a.m. Like it was it was a lot, but now that I look back into it, it's like
it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Those late nights, it was worth it.
Yes, I wish I could keep talking about this. Ooh, I planned this for the past. It took me 5 months. 5 months.
We started talking about it originally before November, and it took action in November, like actually going in through planning and all that.
And I wanted to have it on December without knowing how long it was going to be. A lot of work because it's a lot of work. Because I didn't just wanted to say, oh, here we had a luncheon. Here's the information about it. No, I wanted to have a purpose. I wanted to have who's coming. Why are we having it? How are we going to dress? What are they going to eat? Are they going to eat? It's a lot of things that you have to think about, but it's worth it because I made flyers. I had their agenda on the side. They had sign up sheets. They also had what's it called? Feedback cards.
Which only 2 people filled in, but that's okay because a lot of everything else was verbally said to us.
Let me go back to the pictures. Look, because I don't know what's this called.
Which one?
The things that I did for the table tags or something like that.
Name tags?
For the officers, I did name tags. Those.
Nameplates?
No, Estrella, the thing.
Those are nameplates.
Oh, okay, the nameplates for the tables. And it was just so amazing. And I even asked Dr. Anna, like, if you were to be a guest for this, right? Let's say you don't know anything about it and we invite you to come. Do you expect 15-year-olds to give you a certificate, a professional certificate, and a bag? It's like, okay, you may think of the bag, but it's like a certificate because we gave all of our guests certificates and hopefully we treated them with love and respect because that was my whole point. And now even the CTAE director here at True, Mr. Griffin, he's like, I need another invitation. Like they want more.
But I'm gonna also go ahead and insert some pictures so y'all can see.
Yes, here's some pictures. So wait, let me say, okay, so here's a picture of me and Estrella giving the certificate to Dr. Pitts, our CTE director, and here's just more pictures of how it went. It was amazing. Okay. Now, my question. One of my final questions, okay?
Okay, final question. Okay, I'm ready for this.
Finals. You're doing a lot, right? You're doing a lot. Like this girl, class treasurer, FDLA president. She's looking over all the committees. There's like 7 committees.
Skills USA member.
Skills USA member.
ROTC.
ROTC, of course, their classes. It's a lot. She works, she has a book, she's working on another book. Now, my final question on this is like, it's gonna be difficult for y'all, but for her, it's gonna be easy. Okay? How did we start it as strangers?
The title?
No, like, how did we start it as strangers? How did we started all this?
Oh, how we started? Are we spinning out? We're going into that now?
Yeah. How did we start it as strangers? Y'all go buy it.
How did it all started? Well, it didn't start with this book.
Of course it didn't, but it's like, how did Estrella Alvarado started as strangers?
I didn't think you were gonna ask this question. How? I guess it started off as like an initial thought of me wanting to become a writer. Because I love books. I was like, if they can write a book, I could do it too. That was kind of my initial thought. The first draft, like the very first book, like the original copy of that was called Our Love Story. But I scratched that. I deleted that. I was like, no, because it was too attached to someone in specific, and I was like, that's not the book I want to release.
Y'all heard
I was like, that's not the book I want to release. I want to release something that doesn't show past relationships, mouth butter just a few seconds ago, but something that shows who I am and kind of what I see love as. I guess that's kind of like the initial of it.
Okay, now I'm gonna read like a sentence in here, and I'm gonna ask you why. Okay,
Why?
like why? Why
Okay.
is this sentence here? Okay, I'm just okay. Wait,
You should do the parts that are highlighted.
no. Okay, here. Let me see. I haven't read this. Okay, she promised she wouldn't go quiet again, and she didn't. She just learned how to scream without sound. My phone vibrates once. Why?
Okay, so that's like the thriller part. Okay.
Why did she scream like so? I don't remember.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Okay, so kind of like to help you out to understand that,
It's like, why did you
this
wrote
girl named Ivany, right? Ivany. Her past is difficult. It's dark, right? So she was taught to quiet keeps the peace,
that? Oh.
right? But like they say, whose peace is it keeping? And it certainly was not hers. So it's kind of like she learned how to speak. She learned how to live her life without caring. She learned how to use her voice to say, I want you, I love you. Like, this is what I choose, and I choose to live in the future and not get stuck in the past. If that makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay.
I like that. Your final question?
My final question to you.
Yeah.
What happened to that autobiography?
Okay, so it's kind of difficult for me to write an autobiography because I've been through a lot, and it's like, should I go into detail to what happened? Because it's about me, right? So, um, it's like, or should I just touch a little bit about it? And especially now that I'm doing a lot for FBLA, I don't have time to. Well, I do, but I feel like writing is not like I love writing, but it's like it's kind of hard. And I just wanted to do it for me to look back into what I've done and to look back about my strength, my values, qualities, and all of that. Because I started writing it when I was like, I don't know what to do. Um, and now something big happened in my life, and it's like I'm just now processing it. So it's kind of hard, but once I have the chance to go back and rewrite it, because it's honestly, it's like 10 pages, but of course I need to write more, so I need help of an author. I just don't know any author. No, I'm just playing, but I will go back into it and like read it. But the title that I have is Everything Happens for a Reason. So yeah.
That's literally your motto.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. I should make them into a t-shirt.
Another t-shirt. These t-shirts coming your way pretty soon.
But we were so proud to host this today. We are going to leave the video in here because it's time to go back to class. So hopefully you like this. You have some words to say?
Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you stay tuned for so much more.
Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, and we love you. And don't forget to join the Future Business Leaders of America at your school. And if you're here at Charles Archer High School, what are you waiting on?
Stop by and sign up today.
Yes. Just don't forget, be you, love yourself, and these are your hosts for Future Leaders channel.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Ciao.